You were talking about high fastball and whether or not you should swing at it and how you should swing at it, and that applies to the major leaguers as well.
Well, there's a couple things, and DeRosa's been doing a lot of these things out here. This seems to be where his office is. And he did Jesse Winker the other day, and he talked about getting into the zone, how long he was in the zone.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of take that a little bit further and talk about beating someone to the spot, and the high fastball is there. So let's take a look at something, and really what we saw, and I think everybody's going to agree this was a great moment, when Christian Vasquez climbed up on a hundy on an 0-2 pitch. Now, freeze it. Back it up just a little bit for me, Lucas. Okay, first,
look at that.
First and foremost, I don't want to strike out. I'm choking up here. It's a 0-0 game, 0-2 count. And I got a biscuit out there. What am I going to do with it? Now look at when this bat path comes through the zone. I love looking at things that kind of give me reference point. Watch this concrete slab up here as this bat goes through the zone right in that area. Play it, please. There's the baseball, there's the bat, and watch this thing go through.
Look at that.
That's pretty darn level right there. Now, with the punch-out frenzy that has been going on, let's just look through a rip of some punchies, and we'll have a little bit of good time with this. These are not like a hundy either on these punchies. Where's my miles per hour right here? Ooh, 95, I'll give you that. 94, this is not hundy. 94, I'll give you 97 from Garrett Cole. But now let's look at these things right here. Freeze it for me, and we're gonna creep through in a little bit. But first and foremost, directors of some games, you gotta give me some better stuff to work with. I mean, this might be artsy and everything else, but I gotta search hard to pull this out. Now we're gonna click through. Watch where the bat's gonna come through the zone. You know where the ball's going right now? Into the catcher's glove. So we've gotta beat it to the spot. Click. Barrels below, we got no chance. You know what I mean? So you almost have to climb up on this. You can go ahead and play that through. We're gonna play the game again, Lucas, the same way on the next slow-mo. Once you start seeing the bat, freeze it. Keep coming. Now, we got no chance. We just don't. Play it through. And I think part of it is up here. If we tell ourselves to climb up on something, we got a chance. Castro had no chance right there. He's down there. But we're gonna get through it here because I think we're gonna have a little chuckle on this next one with G. Cole right here. When we start to see the bat come into play, Lucas, you can freeze it for me again. So granted, this is an 0-2 97. Freeze, keep clicking now, slow-mo. Look where Barrel is. Mr. Barrel's way down there.
Yeah.
And we're swinging like we're gonna try to punch a hole through the dome roof right there. We are not gonna hit this under those circumstances. Play it through, please. Now we'll have a little bit of dig me and watch some homers fly out of the baseball yard because homers are just fun, I get it. And then we're gonna look at some of these swings. You talked about Iron Man already. Oh, look at Max. Devers leading the planet in ribbies, him and Mancini. Tucker. Oh, Tawny. And the big man, all rise. Now let's slow this one down here. Freeze it, good. I love that freeze. Where's the ball going? It's going into the glove. So let's beat it to the spot. How are we gonna beat it to the spot? This is Tucker right here, off of 96, by the way, off of Ohtani. Go ahead, play it.
Wow.
I like it. I like it a lot. Freeze it. Perfect. You talked about it the other day with Winker about getting into the slot, right? And he's in the zone. Here's Mr. Glove, and here's Mr. Ball. It's going there. So you just beat it to the spot. You don't get underneath it, dip it, and try to do that. Just hit it. It's already up there. Play it, please. Oppo, by the way. And he gets to it and through it.
This one.
Freeze it for me.
He almost say it.
He climbs up on it.
Lifts up on it.
There's gonna be an extension here where it looks like he says,
wow.
And he gets up there. So Lucas, what I'm gonna do for you is when you get the ball in play, give me a little freeze piece. All right. See that? He climbed up on it. And you're not gonna get one higher than this. At 96. Go ahead, play it.
Catcher.
Homer.
It's like getting ready to.
And let's watch the all rise because this one is really cool. Freeze it for me. just to set it up. I love this. Now once again, Mr. Director, God, give me some space. Give me something to work with here, D-Row. All right, play it through. When the bat starts coming in, Lucas, freeze it for me. Freeze it. That's beautiful, right? He's beating him to the spot. Play it through, and then we're gonna really look at the side angle of this one. Freeze it once again for me, just to set it up a little bit. Freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Okay, once again, when I talked about that other swing by Christian Vasquez, I love this railing right here because the ball and the glove are both gonna be above the railing, and Judge's swing's gonna be above the railing all the way through. Now take this was 95. Inner part of the strike zone, about belt high. And he hits a rocket.
Right center.
Yes, that way. So when the ball comes into play over there, Lucas, freeze it for me. I want to see how good you guys are getting. Fuck! No, that was not that good. Back it up 2 frames. Okay, perfect. You see what are the barrels coming in on this one? I mean, that is unbelievable because a lot of times when we get this, I think the thing out there is you see a finish and think, oh boy, did he really swing up on that. I'm not so sure this dude even swung up at all on this pitch. There's gonna be a collision course somewhere in between this glove and where that ball is with Judge, and it almost looks like that barrel goes down a tick after he makes contact. Ted Williams used to say, we're gonna swing slightly up on the ball because it's coming down on a plane. But what that means is if something's coming down at 5% and you're going up at 5%, to me that means you're even. You're level. That's where it's working. The ball goes up because this big human being is going to hit slightly below dead center of a pelota and just hit a missile somewhere. So freeze it at contact. One more flick. There it is. That's what the launch angle actually is. It's not anything prior to when this goes, hits the baseball.
Bill, I think the whole thing, and it's not a fight, but you listen to people talk online about hitting, and there's no cookie cutter way of hitting. Listen, the drills I did to prepare are not drills it's the field versus real narrative. I mean, I took the tee the first 10 swings of getting loose, and I put the tee up here because I wanted to create, my goal was to not hit the top of the net, and I wanted to create this. I know I'm not. I know my bat head's not above my hands at any point.
Because you never finish down here around your feet.
But I don't want to see that pitch in the game and my first move be up here.
Correct.
That's an out. So my big thing has always been bat path. Like almost like you're pulling back a catapult. How do you give yourself, if you saw Kyle Tucker, when he dropped it in here, even though he's beat, this thing's a roaster the other way. So the margin for error is so much more than the guy who pulls his front shoulder and it's in the zone and it's out of the zone. That's the big thing with the younger kids.
I mean, the physics and the common sense of it, Robert, is point A to point B. If you're getting rushed with 96 up here, you better get barrel to the baseball as quick as you can. And it's not by taking the barrel down here and then going this way. It's taking the barrel in here and finding the happy medium to get to it.